bagel.
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 A bagel.
Bagel. Bagel. Bagel. Bagel. A bagel. Bagel. A bagel. Bagel.
Good morning. Welcome to my kitchen. So this is the start of Beat a Bagel. So I invited Ian over. Ian, you could say hi real quickly.
Hello.
Yeah, that's Ian. We'll catch more of him later. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna go around the area and I'm gonna look and try different bagels in this area. Now Maryland's not really known for bagels. Maryland's known for crab, but this is Beat a Bagel, not Beat a Crab. I just made that up, by the way. Okay, so what's pretty funny, all right, so I just cut some heirloom tomatoes and get a little shot of that, and they, oh my God, these are great. They're colorful and they're popping and they're sweet. You know, it's a really nice time of year to get heirloom tomatoes. Different from other tomatoes, but I kind of like them because when you cut the big slices of tomato and you put them on the bagel, it just all falls off. Now you could have lots of little things falling off and then you could just put it back on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to slice some onion in a very thin way. I use the right knife here. Ooh, chef knife. Okay, and we're going to make thin slices because I like thin slices on my bagel, real thin, and I'll peel the skin afterwards. So, you know, most people would probably peel it first. I guess they're more normal than I am. So we're going to do this, and then after I finish slicing the onion, I'm just going to take some pre-packaged cold smoked salmon that I bought. I'm going to put it on a plate, and the tomatoes, and then we're going to talk about the spices afterwards that we put on, like some pepper, lemon pepper, everything seasoning, and then we'll show you the bagels. So, already did the tomatoes, some onions, we cut them. They're not like perfectly cut, but you know, there's some bigger pieces, small pieces. I'm not gonna get too rocket scientist about that, but we're gonna put lox on it, which I already told you, some cream cheese, and capers. The thing I like about capers, there's something about the capers and lox, it's like briny and salty and it just pops when you put it all together. So now I'm just going to get the bagels that I picked up this morning. So, in the previous clip, I showed you the bagels. You could see this right here? How's this? This is looking good? Okay, so I'm going to unpack these, and these are from Royal Bagel Bakery. Same Royal Bakery in Germantown, and they opened up a location in Olney, which is very convenient and a whole lot closer. So what we have here is, I got 3 types of bagel, actually 4, and I'll talk about this one in a minute. All right, so here we have a plain bagel. Now this is not overly golden brown, it's slightly golden brown, and you got to remember also these bagels were probably done 6 o'clock this morning, and it's what, like 12 o'clock now or something? So I personally like my bagels more golden than this. The size looks right. It looks like it was rolled by hand because it's thicker over here and it's got that thinner side over here. So that's good because there's people that have issues with bagels rolled by a machine. I'm not sure how I feel about that, although I do like them by hand because there's love in the hands kind of thing. So here's the sesame bagel, a decent amount of seeds on it, same thickness as the other one. And here's their everything bagel. So an everything bagel should have garlic, salt, poppy seed, onion, sesame, that kind of thing. I like the size of it. So what I did this morning, which you didn't see me do, is I actually just sat in the back of my car and bit a bagel. So I took the poppy seed one and I opened it up. The thing I like about poppy seeds is they have a nice bite to them texturally. So this is a good thickness. What I do is I cut it this way so you could see how thick it is. So really this is the thickness of it. This is a good thickness. It's just like the Meshuggah bagel review I did a a while ago. It's the same thickness. So to me, a bagel's got to have the golden exterior, the fluff in the middle, the golden exterior, seeds on both sides. So when you bite into it, it's crunch, fluff, crunch, voila. Okay, so this is pretty good. And again, to be fair, these bagels have been out of the oven for quite a while. If I was there at 6 o'clock in the morning, I would be dealing with an oven fresh bagel. So just wanted to point that out, because when it's oven fresh, it has an oven fresh flavor. When it's been camping out for 4 or 5 hours, that oven freshness is not there anymore. Now I want to compare this to a different bagel place. So this is an everything bagel from my go-to place, which is 32 miles from here. It's called Bagels and Grinds. So this is what their everything bagel looks like. It's bigger. It's done, this almost looks like it's done with a machine, because I don't see any gaps in it. Seeds on both sides, side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2. Thicker, a little thicker compared to this one. Well, it's actually just slightly thicker, so it's not like those overly inflated bagels, which I can't stand. And this has a very different smell. So the thing I'm trying to figure out is, do they put malt in these bagels? Do they put malt in these bagels? This one, I think there's a little bit of malt. This one, I didn't taste any this morning, but it still has that slight bagel flavor. These, I've been eating these for years. Sometimes there's malt in them, sometimes there's not. I don't know if they flip a coin. I don't know what they do. Maybe that's what it is, Ian. They just like flip a coin and they go, today we use malt. I don't know.
Across the room, see what happens.
Yeah, something like that. All right, Charles gave me the classic look at me, so that's fine. Hey, let that go to voicemail. I know I'm so popular, like no one even knows who I am. So this is my good friend here, Ian, fabulous drummer. Met him at a jam session, and we've been great friends ever since. What we have in common, beside music, is
food.
We love to eat. Do you love to eat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. So Ian's going to be perfect, because Ian is going to be tasting bagels. He's actually getting a bagel education as we speak. So Ian, this is what we're going to do is we're going to have you try. You're just going to take a bite of the bagel, the poppy seed bagel, the same thing I did this morning. All right, and just take a bite and just tell us what you think of it. So, but before we do that, here you can hold that one.
All right, great.
So, Ian is learning about. I explained to him the whole bagel process: the making the dough, the kettling, the putting it in the water, the getting it out of the water, letting it drain, putting it on the bagel board. I don't actually have a bagel board. Stay right there.
And then it cooks for 5 or 8 minutes.
If you could imagine this cedar plank here, but a lot thicker and wrapped in burlap, okay, and soaked in water, that's the way the guys in Brooklyn did it. They did them on the bagel boards. So what they would do is they would drop the bagel in boiling water for a few minutes until the bagel would float to the top. They would pull it out with a spider, and then they would put it somewhere to drain. Then they put seasoning on the board, and they put the bagel on the board, so you get the seasoning on the one side. And what they're supposed to do is put extra seasoning on the top. As I told you, I don't like one-sided seasoning. I like,
That's just lazy.
Right, exactly.
And
so anyway, just visualize this is a burlap board. Okay, great. So, all right, so Ian, why don't you just take a bite out of that and just bite it and just let us know what you think. And
It's pretty good. What is it?
so this is it's a poppy seed bagel. So it's basically
Is that the first one that
this is the very first one.
that you showed me?
Yeah. So
Right.
the thing about poppy seed is poppy seed's kind of coarse texturally, and you get sort of like a real manly bite out of it when you bite into it. You know, you really got to chew. But but you could see or feel, if you give it a little squeeze,
Yeah.
right? If you give it a little squeeze, you feel the bouncing action, the squeezing action.
That's true.
So this is actually a good size bagel. You don't want overly big inflated bagels because it's like the overinflated gelato, you know?
Right.
That doesn't make it better.
Right.
So, what do you think of it flavor-wise?
Not bad. A little bland. I feel like I'd like to have a little more something so that I really have a better certainty that it ain't just a piece of bread. Because, like you were saying, a bagel ain't really supposed to just be like just another piece of bread with a different shape.
Right.
There is actually something, a couple things that are supposed to be happening: malt and salt.
Aha!
See, that's what we were talking about this morning. You're the man. You're the man. Say I'm the man.
Man.
Okay, good. All right. So now
That's how bad.
we're gonna, you could eat the rest of this later. But what I want to do now, to be clear, this is the one that's been camping out. So I just lightly reheated the bagel from Bagels and Grinds and the Everything Bagel from the Royal Bakery because now I want this. Because now we're going to have a little crunchy texture. It's kind of like you take a piece of pizza and you reheat it. It brings the crunch back to the pizza. That's the problem with putting pizza in a box because it steams in the box. So when I order a pizza, I like to take it out and put it back on a steel or a pizza stone because I need that crunch. My life is meaningless without crunch.
Me too.
Right, and you feel it, right? You feel the same way.
Crispy.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut open this bagel from the same place. Hold on, I'm cutting here. You hear, actually, you can hear the crunch there, Charles? You hear that?
Yep.
And it cuts through like butter. So let's look at the inside. You get a shot of that.
A bagel.
Bagel!
Bagel. Bagel.